Good to see you again. Looking forward to another great night of IAW Wrestling here at Clash 21. How you doing?
Greg, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy because this is the last Clash ever, and I don't have to see you or these fat, ugly, smelly, idiotic South Indians ever again. I mean, let's be honest here. The most education these people are ever going to get is through the South End school system. And we all know how that is.
And I apologize. I told you he is a disgusting human being.
You know what, Greg? Here's what I want to tell all these people. Since this is the last one, I'm going to tell everybody what I really think of you. 2 years ago, I had an epiphany. I had an epiphany about what I want to do with my life. Do I want to be like everybody else? Or do I want to be elite?
Wearing golf shoes?
Elite?
Elite.
You're wearing golf shoes.
Look what I'm wearing right now. I've got my $5,000 suede jacket on. I've got my $350 satin shirt. And I've got golf shoes given to me by the man Tiger Woods himself.
You know, speaking of 2 years ago, in the main event for the IAW Championship.
No, Greg. We're going to worry about what's happening right now.
Get your hands off him. He don't want you to touch his hips.
We're going to worry about what's coming up tonight, Greg, and the card that we have for IAW Clash 21, the final bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
It is the final bell, ladies and gentlemen. On the card, we've got WWE legends Barry Horowitz with us tonight. In a straight fight, he'll take on the Ripper from Damage Inc. We've also got WWE Hall of Famer, the father of the Viper, Cowboy Bob Orton will be here tonight. We've got title for title in our main event for this year, featuring Pretty Paul Roma, WWE legend and former Four Horsemen. Speaking of the Horsemen, we've got the leader of the Horsemen, WWE Hall of Famer, James J. Dillon will be here tonight. And let's keep the fun going. Let's get the party started. Chris, why don't you just have a seat so we can get going?
Yeah, get out of the ring like he told you to.
My beer costs too much. I wouldn't throw it.
We don't want to listen in his mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, we would like to acknowledge the passing of some great IAW and Clash alumni and superstars over the past year who made Clash here at Four Winds Field possible, exciting. We even had a couple champions. We would like to acknowledge the passing of greats like Cousin Bubba, Trevor Adonis, the intelligent, sensational Destroyer, King Kong Bundy, and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Over the past year, we lost those great superstars, and at this time, we ask that you please rise as we pay homage to these great men with a 10-bell salute. Thank you. And at this time, we ask that you remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. To perform our national anthem, he is no stranger to Clash, Night of Legends. He is no stranger to the squared circle, although he's been out of the ring for a couple full years pursuing a singing career. This fall, he was featured on Garth Brooks' Studio G. Please welcome, singing our national anthem, Sergeant Jay Peterson.
Welcome to the Clash, South Bend. What do you say? 21 years, that's a long time, and I've been very fortunate to be involved in about half of those. It's been an honor and a privilege to perform in front of you all. And as we enter into the final bell for Clash, I'm honored to stand here before you and sing the national anthem. I've got two fine young helpers in the ring with me right now. How about we give them a hand? So if you would, remain standing. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Here we go. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? let's get Clash 21 kicked off, shall we?
We'll be seeing stars later on tonight here at Clash 21, the last bell. But now let's get to our first bell and our first contest. Our first matchup of Clash 21 is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, hailing from Bridgeport, Connecticut, weighing 205 pounds. He is the PAPW Heavyweight Champion, Marcel Williams. And introducing his opponent from Leesburg, Indiana, weighing 223 pounds, Cosmo! Woo!
I'm a warrior, mama didn't raise no quitter, and I've been doing this since days of heaven. I'll be doing this until they call the coroner. This is the story of a natural born warrior. You feel this rhyme, leave a little stress right from the mind. Run away, had to get away, come back, never gonna shake my shine. But it's all alright, I'll be just fine. Picking up the calm of the rhyme in the mind, I'm trying to find all my ways. Always up, so I'm never giving up, but they never had enough, and they say you want more, scream it loud, everybody wanna be about it now. Grew up in the city, yo, kitty bitty, had a big dream, and if you can grow up with me, they can't stop me, I won't let them, I said to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Clash 21, the final bell. This is exactly as it says, the final bell. As you see, Cosmo and Marcel Williams getting ready for our opening contest as we now welcome in my broadcast partner, Greg Sims. Greg, welcome, and this is a little bittersweet, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. A lot of history going on here in downtown South Bend here at Four Winds Field. It is Clash 21, usually dubbed Night of Legends. Of course, we do have the Legends, and we do have Hall of Famers here, but tonight it is the final bell for IAW here at Four Winds Field in South Bend, Indiana. And what a great way to kick it off, other than, we have IAW alum, legend, former champion here, Cosmo, taking on a current champion from PAPW, Marcel Williams.
Now, we've seen Marcel Williams before. Last year he was here at Four Winds Field. Of course, you weren't because you had some contract dispute. You, for whatever reason, didn't like what I was doing 2 years ago, but we'll get to that later as we have our match beginning right now.
Absolutely, and Marcel taking advantage of Cosmo a little early. You got some, arrogance, cockiness? I'm not quite sure from the PAPW champion.
Well, he's champion for a reason, Greg, so he's confident, and you have to exude confidence in that ring, and that's what Williams is doing right now.
Absolutely, but you got that confidence and cockiness, as I would like to call it, against a true ring veteran of Cosmo, who is no slouch, no pushover here in the squared circle of IAW. And over for a quick count, too, and Marcel gets the shoulder up. And
Okay, now what about that?
Cosmo, you just reminding Marcel of to be respectful, I think.
How can you respect anybody in tassels? That's my question.
You know, I forgot I'm sitting next to the fashion plate of IAW.
Cosmo's awesome. That's what he's trying to say right now. I wouldn't say so, but I am a fashion god, thank you very much, in my $5,000 blazer.
Yeah. Cosmo definitely loved by the fans here at IAW and Clash 21. As you can hear.
Now, come on now. That gentleman.
I'm not sure if Marcel maybe has some fleas in that beard or what. He was
said you burned the beard.
Well, right now, Marcel has him locked up, and Cosmo reverses it with a wrist lock. Marcel trying to get out of it. He does. He reverses it again.
Well,
Cosmo going over to the ropes, flips it over to get out of it, gets it back over, and he is wrenching that arm and that wrist of Marcel Williams. Flips him over and has him down on the mat, Chris.
Well, this is exactly what we've seen out of Cosmo before. He takes advantage early. He uses early power to overpower his opponent, but one of his biggest downfalls is he tries to appeal to the fans too much. Marcel Williams is a champion for a reason, but he's just letting him lay in wait right now. He's letting Cosmo use up all of his energy, and Williams is going to do the smart thing, and he's going to reserve himself until he knows he can strike.
You know, I have to admit I've never been in the squared circle as a competitor. However, big clothesline coming out of the turnbuckle. Big elbow now from Cosmo, and he's getting worked up. 360 over the top rope. Marcel Williams in a whole lot of trouble as Cosmo is jacked up tonight here for Clash 21, the last bell at Four Winds Field.
Well, Marcel Williams, he's just going to take his time right now. He's going to gather himself, get his energy going. Cosmo, obviously, he's the more powerful one. But Marcel Williams, you got to watch out for him. He's a tactician. He's a smart ring veteran. Otherwise, he wouldn't be a champion.
Absolutely. And as I was saying, I've never competed as a wrestler in the squared circle, but I do know that it's very important to have the extra power of the fans behind you. That can generate some excitement.
Hang on a second.
He's taking a little bit of a powder. He's kind of scared of the guy's pain.
Hey, now, if you're going to talk, why don't you put the headset on next time?
Cosmo does it all. He's a fan favorite.
Ooh! And look at those
lefts.
Watch
He's
out.
going to wind it up and out of the park with that hard left hand. Marcel taking a seat in the front row. And
what is
Cosmo
he doing?
posing for selfies now.
That's what you do as a veteran? You take time with the fans? You sit and do commentary? No, you focus on what's going on in the ring.
Oh, there's no doubt to me that Cosmo is not focused here on this match with Marcel Williams. Look at this.
Whoa, look at the strength, though.
Look at that suplex. Has the cover. 1, 2, and that's all. No. Marcel kicks out.
Only a 2 count there, and I will give props to Cosmo. He's been dominating in this match early. But don't sleep on Williams.
Oh, I don't think Cosmo is sleeping at all, even though he ran right into a big boot there.
And there's his opening right there, Greg.
Absolutely. Marcel chops the legs, takes the legs out from underneath Cosmo. He's going to work on that left leg.
Oh, and see, that's how you take out power right there. You put the leg down as he snaps it back, and Cosmo is reeling right here.
Absolutely. And Marcel, there it is. Marcel taking a little break himself, but instead of having fun, he's just trying to rub it into the face of Cosmo and showboating.
Well, it's going to shatter his ego. It's going to shatter his ego. Oh, and speaking of shattering, you might be shattering that kneecap.
That knee is in a whole lot of hurt right now.
Now, see, right out here in front of us.
He's going to drive down on it. He's got on the ropes. Ref Jeff needs to lay on a count.
Oh!
He's on the ropes. Using the ropes for leverage to take the legs out from Cosmo.
Cosmo right out here in front of us. He is in a world of hurt, and that's what you got to do, though. You've got to stay on that appendage, taking out that knee. Keep at it, Williams.
Absolutely. You mentioned the power of Cosmo, but one thing that you're forgetting is Cosmo not only has the power, but he is a high flyer, and no connection there from Cosmo.
Well, he just got grounded, Greg. Oh, and again to that same left kneecap. Marcel Williams is a champion for PAPW, and there's a reason for that. Look at him just now.
Oh, now
wait a
Marcel
minute. Oh, see?
Took off the knee pad. He is really going into that knee of Cosmo.
That's exactly what you got to do, though. You got to stay on a body part and just keep attacking, attacking, attacking. This is what makes him a champion. That's smart, that tactician.
Absolutely, and I agree. Cosmo's in a bad way right now. Half crab now.
Oh, now see Williams is pulling him back from the ropes. You
He
saw how
is.
close he was. He pulled him back from the ropes.
That's a smart move from the PAPW heavyweight champion.
He could be tapping out here. Cosmo might give up.
Come on, Cosmo. See, he's drawing from the fans here as the fans start to get loud for Cosmo, the ring veteran of Clash here at Four Winds Field.
These fans are excited. I'll give you that.
He's going to drive that knee in to the mat.
He put a stop right to that energy he was feeding off
Cosmo,
of.
look at the heart that he's showing right now. He got right back up as Marcel puts him into the corner, putting the leg over the second rope, applying so much pressure on that knee.
That's a fast count by Ref Jeff. He has till 5. That was like 2.5.
Couple right hands from Marcel Williams. Cosmo still in a lot of pain. Oh, he gets the other leg up. Kicks him right in that kisser of Marcel Williams. Marcel driving into the turnbuckle from Cosmo. This could be the opening that Cosmo needs for a comeback here.
But this could be the damage could be done. Look at that knee,
Going
though.
for a body slam in the center of the ring. He goes for the cover. One count.
Only one. Look at that. See, Williams was saving his energy, and look at the damage done to the knee. Cosmo is still favoring that left knee.
That he is, and Marcel Williams, even though he was in the pinning position, he is first to his feet.
Oh! Cross body, cover!
2 count only. I think Marcel Williams might be getting a little frustrated. He's given Cosmo everything he's got, but still can't put away the ring veteran of Cosmo here at Clash 21.
Well, I'll give it to Cosmo. He's going through a world of hurt right now.
Now, Marcel all the way to the top.
Oh, whoa. What's he going to do here?
Limping on that bad knee.
Wait a minute. Watch out here. What's he
He's
going to do?
measuring him. No, Cosmo knocks him off the top rope, and not a very comfortable landing for Marcel
I think
Williams.
Cosmo got into the head of Williams. Cosmo got up. He stared in his eyes, and Williams was just frozen. Oh, I think
I
he
don't
wants
know
the referee to check him out.
I don't know about you, but I don't think Ref Jeff is going to.
I mean, maybe he just might need a quick break. He might need a timeout.
There's no timeout in professional wrestling.
Oh, I think Williams is in a world of hurt right here, Greg. Oh!
Couple left hands from Cosmo. Elbow in response from Marcel Williams. Rakes the eyes of Cosmo. Marcel might be on the way to a comeback himself from that turnbuckle, taking that
ginger shot, if we will.
If you will, yes.
Whoa!
High cross body does not connect. Cosmo trying to muster everything that he's got left.
These fans are just trying to stay behind him.
Fans trying to energize him a little more as Cosmo whips Marcel to the ropes. Up
Whoa.
and a power slam. This could be it. 1, 2, and that's all. No. Kick out from Marcel Williams. Cosmo still in it.
Oh, no.
I told you, not only is he a powerhouse, but he's a high flyer. We're going to see that on display again here at Clash 21 as Cosmo all the way to the top rope.
No. This
Marcel
is dangerous.
Williams, no idea where
Watch
he's
out.
at.
Oh!
Flying drop kick off the top rope. This should do it. 1, 2, 3. That's all she wrote. Here is your winner, Cosmo!
Watch here as we see on the replay the missile drop kick from the top rope. And that put away Marcel Williams. The 1, the 2, the 3, your winner, Cosmo. And the damage might be done here to Cosmo. You see him limping on that knee. But Marcel Williams is still the PAPW heavyweight champion. That was not on the line tonight. I want to stress that. But Cosmo takes the early advantage here at Clash 21, the final bell.
Had to get away, been away, come back and everybody wanna shade my shine. But it's all alright, I'll be just fine. Thinking of the climb of the rhyme in the mind, am I doing fine or am I wasting time? No more, feet got sore, so I look to the floor. The only way is up, so I'm never giving up, but they never had enough, cause they seem to want more, scream it loud, everybody wanna be about it now. Grew up in the city that was itty bitty, had a big dream, and a few people rock with me, they can't stop me, and I won't let them. I set the goal, and I go get it. I hear them hating out in the distance, and they can say what they want, it's up to me if I listen. I'm a warrior, mama didn't raise no quitter, and I've been doing this since days of having babysitters, and I'll be doing this until they call the coroner. This is the story of a natural born warrior. 1 EP, 2 albums done. This right here was done for fun. Probably won't be number 1, but that's alright, I'm not quite done, there's more to come. Just thought I should mention.
You know, we've had 21 glorious clashes here at Four Winds Field, and we could not have done those every year after year without some great help from our partners like Michiana Hughes, Music and Media, Council Oak, Laundry and Cleaners. We want to thank them. We also want to thank Ed's Collectibles, Augie's Locker Room, Pirates Cove, Lynch's Gym, and of course, Forte Waterproofing. Help making tonight and every year a possibility of Clash, Night of Legends, professional wrestling from IAW here at Four Winds Field. Thanks to our partners there. Let's get on to our next contest. Our next contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. This is for the Brass Knuckles Championship. Introducing first, from Hawkins, Indiana, weighing 258 pounds, Ox Baker Jr. And introducing his opponent from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, weighing a half cow, please welcome Zachariah Gibbs.
I think I'm going to root for this guy.
As I walk through the valley where I harvest my grain, I take a look at my wife and realize she's very plain. But that's just perfect for an Amish like me. You know I shun fancy things like electricity. At 4:30 in the morning, I'm milking cows. Jebediah feeds the chickens.
Welcome back to Clash 21, the final bell. And we have a Churnitz chant.
I'm a man of the land, I'm into discipline.
I don't think I've ever heard a churning chant in a professional wrestling ring, but, well, here we are as we have Zachariah Gibbs, butter churn and all, making his way to the ring to face the Brass Knuckles champion, Ox Baker Jr. Is this kosher? Can he do this? He brought a butter churn to the ring. I guess these fans are not only going to see our match, I guess they're going to get free butter. I don't know, but I've thought I've seen a lot of things, Greg Sims, but I don't think I've ever seen a butter churn brought to the ring before.
Well, nothing surprises me anymore here after all these years of clashes. Here at the Final Bell, we have a butter churner and a wrestler that is, his weight is a half a cow.
What is the weight of a half a cow?
Well, Zachariah Gibbs, of course.
Thank you for clarifying, Greg
Of course,
Sims.
Zachariah Gibbs from PAPW, their intercontinental champion, from what I understand. And Zachariah is a fine young man. He's got to go against the. Oh,
wait a minute!
What was that? Ox Baker Jr. tries to go after Zachariah.
What? Zachariah just kind of gave a cheap shot to Ox Baker.
Bat. And instead, the butter churner. I guess Baker got churned. I don't know. Zachariah Gibbs gonna show. Oh, what is this?
Whoa!
Oh my goodness! All the way to the top rope and not the turnbuckle, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa!
And Ox Baker Jr. is on the run. I think he definitely underestimated this youngster from PAPW.
He needs a haircut is what he needs. And we have a churn the butter chant.
Churn the butter. Did you ever think you'd hear that chant in the world of professional wrestling? Churn the butter.
He's facing a professional athlete, the Brass Knuckles champion. This is for the championship, Greg. And Ox Baker's being made a mockery of by some Amish butter churner.
Oh goodness. Right in front of us, Ox Baker taking exception as he is. Oh! He just knocked the heck out of Zachariah with that butter churner handle.
Wait a minute. Yeah, get rid of that.
Rid of the churn.
Well, there's no crying over spilled milk, Greg. We might as well get back to the match.
We've seen the urn get involved, and now we've seen the churn get involved in wrestling matches, ladies and gentlemen, as Ox Baker Jr. have turned the tables on Zachariah Gibbs here at Clash 21.
Do you think that butter churn gives him superpowers?
You never know. You never know. He's just choking him out. Why is the referee not breaking this chokehold?
How can you see if he's choking him? He's got a full beard and hair that just goes everywhere. You can't see that.
Would you stop? Baker bringing Zachariah back up to his feet. And Ox is, oh, goodness.
You got to watch out for that fist, though.
You got to watch out for the hurt punch that Ox Baker Jr. is known for.
He's put out giants with that hurt punch. In his illustrious 70-year career, Ox Baker Jr.
70 years?
He's been at it for a long time, since the cradle, as he drops him to the mat. This man is a true champion. It's not me. I'm with you, Ox.
Ox
70
is
years,
not
this
impressed
man.
by Zachariah Gibbs. He's underestimating him. We saw what the youngster has to prove here, and I believe he'll get a second win, and he's going to give Ox some more trouble. But again, Ox using the second rope to choke out his opponent.
He brought a butter churn to the ring, Greg. What else do you want the man to do?
Ox Baker brought a bat with all these spikes coming out of it. Would you give me a break?
Her name is Sally, and she's underneath the ring now. It's fine.
Zachariah trying to come back. Couple lefts and rights. Going to the rope. And one of the advantages that Baker has over Zachariah. A big splash onto Zachariah. As I was saying, one of the advantages, Ox doesn't have much hair on that head except for that long mustache, and Zachariah has a lot of hair.
Well, that's Zachariah's own fault. He should cut his hair.
And Baker toying not only with Zachariah, but with ref Jeff as well.
Now, here's a side note about Ox Baker Jr. you may not know is, watch out here. Boom!
Suplex.
Ox Baker Jr. was the last and still, wait a minute,
Here's
cover.
a count. Two
Only a
and
2 count.
Got the shoulder up, Zachariah Gibbs.
Ox Baker is the NWA Indiana Heavyweight Champion. He is still that champion because that area went defunct and they never took the belt away from him. So, in actuality, he is still an NWA Indiana Heavyweight Champion. He's a 2-time champion. Oh, double champion. Watch out here.
Ox Baker went for a big splash. Zachariah got out of the way.
Oh, stop with that.
Arm drag.
Oh!
Oh, huge clothesline from Zachariah Gibbs. Baker is down. He could be seeing stars. Will he get the big guy up? Oh, he did get him. Not full force. 1, 2, and I believe if Zachariah could have got Ox Baker up for the full effect of that power slam, we would have a new Brass Knuckles champion.
Well, that's what happens when you churn so much butter. You don't actually get real muscle. All you're doing is toning.
Well, I don't know about that. I guess that's what you get
Whoa,
when
whoa,
you eat
whoa,
so
whoa.
much butter. Ox Baker.
Well, watch out here.
Ox
Oh, there it is.
The hurt punch.
There it is.
The hurt punch from Ox Baker Jr. Will that be enough?
1, 2, 3.
And that's it. Still champion.
Here is your winner and still IAW Brass Knuckles Champion, Ox Baker Jr.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this just proves the punch beats the churn. As we watch here on our instant replay, that butter churn tried to come into play here, but it didn't quite so. As we watch here, the big hurt punch, boom, to Zachariah Gibbs, and your winner for the final time in his illustrious career, ladies and gentlemen, Ox Baker Jr.
Take a look at this.
This is something I never thought I'd see the day after his multi-year career. Former NWA Indiana Heavyweight Champion. And he is still the Brass Knuckles Champion. But Ox Baker Jr., we know what this symbolizes, Greg.
Absolutely, he's going out a champion. He has some questionable tactics that I don't agree with, but I have always had much respect for this great wrestling legend, Ox Baker Jr.
Thanks, Ox. Wake you up! Well done, baby.
I love to hurt people. I love to hurt people.
Now respect. Boo! Now respect.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match here at Clash 21 the final bell is a street match. Introducing first, already in the ring from parts unknown, weighing 235 pounds, the Ripper. And his opponent from St. Petersburg, Florida, weighing 225 pounds, Mr. Technical, Barry Horowitz.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to Clash 21, the final bell at Four Winds Field in downtown South Bend, Indiana. Currently in the ring in the red and black is the Ripper. In the ring right now in all black is Barry Horowitz. And hang on a second here, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have some breaking news here.
South Bend, I have to make an extreme apology tonight. Obviously, if you know Barry Horowitz from over the years wrestling here, wrestling for WCW, WWF, I'm always in full ring attire. Tonight, I've injured my knee about a couple days ago, and I'm not going to be able to participate and wrestle the way I want to wrestle. And I'm very, very sorry. As you noticed, 20 years ago, I was in this same ring and defeated Steve Regal for the AWA Junior Heavyweight title. And then I was on their second big show, and it's so ironic that I'm on their last show, and I can't wrestle, and it pisses me off. So, in closing, all I could say is I'm very sorry, and I'm hoping I can make it up to my fans, but I'm not going to be able to wrestle tonight. I'm sorry.
So he's not going to be able to wrestle tonight. What are we going to do? Like what? Oh, wait a minute.
I don't think the Ripper paid any attention to what Horowitz just said as the Ripper.
Whoa.
Oh,
wait a minute.
second.
Oh, wait.
Good night, Irene. Big sleeper hold from Barry Horowitz, the WWE legend. Has the Ripper in a sleeper. Ripper didn't care that Horowitz is injured. He was going to basically forfeit the match, but now Horowitz has the Ripper in a sleeper.
Wait a minute.
There's one.
Is that? Well, wait. He's out. That's it.
Is that it? The Ripper was put to sleep by a man on one leg. How about that?
I don't believe what I just saw. Barry Horowitz was going to forfeit, and he just won the match.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Barry Horowitz.
That might be a first that I've ever seen. Barry Horowitz was going to forfeit the match because of injury. The Ripper wasn't going to have it, and so we tried to attack Barry Horowitz, but what ends up happening is Horowitz flips over, puts him in a sleeper hold, and the Ripper's down anyway. Well, it just shows you, even on one leg, Barry Horowitz still got it. Don't egg him on. Don't compliment him.
That's a $5,000 jacket right there.
Your wife is your
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank the Pony Express. We want to thank Paul's Coin Shop, The Dugout, Louis Tuck Shop, Art Printers, 7-Eleven, Iden 7-Eleven on 12th Street in Mishawaka, Kevin Putz, loan originator, there you go, First Midwest Mortgage Corporation, Randy's Service Center, Michiana Lock and Key, and also Han Funeral Home for helping support Clash 21 here at Four Winds Field. Our next contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the IAW Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, the challengers, hailing from Bronx, New York, weighing 1,000 pounds pressure per slat. Ladies and gentlemen, the House of Pain.
The House of Pain is in effect, y'all. I say the House of Pain is in effect. You know the House of Pain is in effect, y'all. And anyone that steps up is getting wrecked.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was just informed that I need to announce the next IAW Tag Team Champions, the House of Pain.
No, you ain't. No, you ain't. No, watch you with your butt whoop.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing their opponents. First, from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 260 pounds, Hall of Famer and co-holder of the IAW Tag Team Championship, Cowboy Bob Orton. And his tag team partner from South Bend, Indiana, weighing 250 pounds, Crippler Costello.
Welcome back to IAW Clash 21 Night of Legends. The Tag Team Championship is on the line here. The House of Pain in the ring. And making their way to the ring are the veterans, the longest serving tag team champions in IAW history. That is Cowboy Bob Orton and Crippler Costello making their way to the ring with, well, let's just say their valet. I know the Blonde Bombshell has gone by many names, but we'll just call her the Blonde Bombshell today. And Greg Sims back here with me. And the House of Pain is very confident.
House of Pain, very confident indeed, very intimidating to be in there with a combined weight of 1,000 pounds of pressure per slat. The House of Pain also, of course, they already have tag team gold from PAPW in the northeast of the part of the country.
So naturally, wait a minute now.
Wow.
They're going to call themselves champions early on before even the match gets started.
And with all due respect to the veterans of Crippler Costello and Hall of Famer Cowboy Bob Orton, I I got to say, they're in a lot of trouble with these two youngsters, the House of Pain. We're looking at Hakeem Ali and Nick Payne here with the House of Pain.
Now, one of the things that I've always told you, Greg, is I may not like Bob Orton, but I respect that man, and I respect that tag team, especially that man, you're right, Crippler Costello. They've been the longest-serving IAW tag team champions in history.
Yeah, you have a lot of respect for Costello. We all know that.
And you heard the House of Pain say it's going to change tonight, and we will certainly see.
Let's see who's going to start off first. Look like it's going to be Hakeem and Cowboy Bob to start things off for the IAW Tag Team Championship.
Well, here Cowboy Bob Orton. He is the most senior of
Side
the four
headlock
men.
From Hakeem Ali. Orton breaks it, whips him to the ropes. How about that? Cowboy Bob, the Hall of Famer, knocks Hakeem Ali of the House of Pain on his rear end in the center of the ring.
I mean, Bob is like, what, 90?
Would you stop? You know, I'll have you removed.
Go ahead, Greg. Then you can do all of this gloriousness by yourself.
Oh, what a dream come true that would be. Back in action here.
But I got to give it to Bob, though.
Cowboy Bob.
That shoulder takedown for at least 500 pounds per slat right there.
Absolutely. The Hall of Famer in great shape. Great shape here.
Well, we all know the accomplishments of Cowboy Bob. AWF heavyweight champion, United States heavyweight champion, Intercontinental Wrestling heavyweight champion. It looks like, he's in a world of hurt here. Too many titles to name at once.
Big tag from Hakeem Ali to his big tag team partner, Nick Payne, as Payne has the arm wrench there. But Cowboy Bob, big elbow out of the corner. To the side of the head.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Twisting it up. Here comes Crippler Costello for the first time in the match tonight. Costello with the elbow onto the arm of Nick Payne. And Costello biting him. I guess call that champion's advantage.
He's still biting him, and I mean, they're both champions here, but I guess you'll call it an advantage nonetheless.
Home field advantage, let's put it that way. Crippler Costello.
Now Payne is in a world of pain here. Look at this.
Absolutely. Who would have thought this was going to happen here at Clash 21 tonight? Crippler and Cowboy Bob. World of pain on the House of Pain, and he might be coming out of his trousers. Back and forth now. Crippler Costello, he's got him by the beard.
The referee inadvertently just ripped his beard down.
Eye rake. Eye poke.
Whatever it takes at this point, Greg.
And
now wait a minute.
Look at the veterans here. The veteran is distracting the referee by trying to get the non-legal partner in. And
the blonde bombshell over there. We got to watch out for her as well.
Cowboy Bob and, the blonde bombshell having their way with Nick of the House of Pain. You know, I think the House of Pain here definitely underestimated the grizzly veterans that are Cowboy Bob Orton. Crippler Costello as Cowboy delivers an elbow, another side elbow to the side of the head in the corner.
Well, you got to give it to Cowboy Bob. This man travels all over the world, but now it looks like he's in enemy territory, Greg.
Absolutely. The House of Pain just has too much weight behind him. They drove him back into the turnbuckle to make the tag for this double team effort here. Now it's Crippler and Cowboy on the as the tables have turned. They're on the wrong end of this double team now. House of Pain.
You got to watch out for them, Greg.
Absolutely.
Wait, right in front of us.
Right in front of us. The House of Pain raking the eyes on the top rope of the Hall of Famer Cowboy Bob Orton. Into a big, vicious right hand.
And a chop by Ali.
Hakeem Ali with the upper hand on Cowboy Bob, whipping him to the ropes. And there's a hard forearm to the sternum.
And Orton is down here, down for the count.
Look at this cover as Crippler comes in to break it up. Didn't take much to break it up, but when you've only got 1 foot on a Hall of Famer, it's not going to take much to break that pin up. And let me tell you, you're not going to pin the Hall of Famer like that.
No, you're absolutely right, Greg. And Cowboy Bob Orton is a Hall of Famer. He is a former champion. And this guy now.
Big right hand.
Woo! Watch out for Ali. And now the double team tactics working in the favor of the House of Pain.
I heard a tag, but I didn't see a tag with the House of Pain.
Ooh, wait, that pressure.
Jeff.
Look at the pressure now being applied right now by Pain.
I think Ref Jeff definitely has lost control of this one already.
I don't think there was ever control to begin with, Greg.
Cowboy Bob in the corner there. Boy, I got to tell you, Ref Jeff is a brave man to go nose to nose there, shouting with the House of Pain. Irish whip to the turnbuckle, top rope.
Looks like a sternum hit the top turnbuckle there.
Absolutely. Forearm after forearm delivered.
Oh!
Goes in for a splash of some sort, but Cowboy reverses into an elbow, maybe to catch his breath. Hopefully that'll be the opening he needs to make the tag to his tag team partner, Crippler Costello. But Nick Payne of the House of Pain there into the corner, and the eyes again of
Isolation, Greg, that's what it is. Isolation for good tag team wrestling.
Back in the corner of the House of Pain with a tag made and a double team again. Now it's Hakeem Ali driving the head of Cowboy Bob into the top turnbuckle. He's going for a big splash, it looks like.
Oh.
No, he did not make it. Instead, he got that big boot from the Cowboy. And Cowboy trying to catch his breath, get to his senses so he can make that ever-needed tag to the partner, Crippler Costello.
Ace has got to get there. He needs the fresh man in Costello. Try to regain some order here. I'm not sure Cowboy Bob knows where he is.
I don't think he does either. That's where the blonde bombshell, I think, is talking to him right now, guiding him over. Tag made on both ends. Here comes Costello. Here comes Nick Payne.
Oh, they're trading blows back and forth.
This is just an good old-fashioned brawl now in the ring. Costello trying to whip him into the turnbuckle. Not going to happen.
Oh!
Costello whipped into Cowboy Bob.
Ow, that was a mistake.
Nick.
Watch out. Oh!
Are you kidding me? Super kick.
That could be all. That could be all.
2. No. Costello still had enough wits about him to reach out to that bottom rope to break up the pin, which without doing that, we would have new IAW Tag Team Champions.
Oh, now in pain, inflicting the pain on Crippler Costello. Just look at that. We talk about that pounds of pressure. He's applying all that pressure to the small of the back.
Absolutely.
The House of Pain, they're tag team champions in their own right. They want to get double gold here at Clash 21.
That could happen with this huge bear hug applied to Crippler Costello. Getting all the air squeezed from his lungs.
Come on.
That's 2.
He's got to keep that hand up.
New tag team champions, right? No, Costello found a way. Costello found a way. Let's see if he can break out of it. Oh, he's biting the side of the head.
Oh. Oh, man, if you just look, I can see the teeth marks on his forehead.
Costello doing whatever it takes to retain his championship, including choking.
That's a pin, ref.
Nick of the House of Pain choking again, and he's utilizing that 5 count placed on him by Ref Jeff.
Oh!
Biting the head again as Crippler Costello.
You say he's delicious?
I'll take his word for that.
Oh, and now he's got the nose as well right in front of us
known
here.
As the Crippler, could be known as the Cannibal here.
He's calling you out, Greg. You better watch out here. Crippler Costello is taking full control of this match just as they needed to.
Oh, my. Crippler Costello. Signal.
Oh,
is he going for a figure 4? Is he?
No,
signaling?
not at all.
No. Big elbow to the midsection.
That's that signature midsection elbow that we've seen Crippler Costello apply thousands of times. Oh, and this.
Oh, goodness.
Look how he's torqued that foot.
Yes.
It should not move in that kind of position, Greg.
Costello doesn't care. He's going to drop another elbow to the midsection and down again. That's close. That's very close to a low blow. Ref Jeff has got to take a better look at that. That could be a disqualification.
Well, last year, Greg, you weren't here. Oh! And now Ali with the breakup. But last year, we saw the House of Pain and Cowboy Bob and Crippler fighting at it for the first time with Crippler and Cowboy coming out on top, but they dominated last year. This year, it's been 50-50. The House of Pain has been inflicting a lot of pain on Crippler and Cowboy Bob, and here comes the Ace!
The Ace trying to get into the ring. Here comes Hakeem Ali. He meets a big right hand from Cowboy Bob.
Oh!
A series of right hands. Out of the headlock, Cowboy Bob off the rope with a huge
Down
right
goes
hand.
Ali! Down goes Ali!
Would you stop? 1, 2. 2 count only for the tag team champion. Yeah. For the tag team champions of IAW. Of course, they're both tag team champions. The House of Pain.
Ooh.
Tag team gold from PAPW in New England.
Ooh. Those stiff elbows not having any effect on Bob.
But now they're just trading big blows here in the turnbuckle. Looks like Hakeem Ali's on top, though, with that huge elbow to the side of the head. But Cowboy Bob comes back with one of his own.
Oh, wait a minute.
Double axe handle.
Got the tag.
Look at this. The blonde bombshell holding the leg of Hakeem Ali of the House of Pain as Crippler Costello comes in. Takes some shots to the head. He's fighting back of Crippler Costello. Double axe handle to the top of the back of the neck.
Here comes Cowboy Bob. Oh!
Oh, there goes the Hall of Famer down and out.
Oh, action is all over the place,
Nick Payne
Greg.
on top of Cowboy, outside the ring. Crippler.
Oh!
Wait a second. The blonde bombshell tripping up the House of Pain.
Cover.
Crippler Costello.
Watch
2,
out, this could be it.
3.
That's it.
That's all. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners and still IAW Tag Team Champions, Crippler Costello and Cowboy Bob Orton.
Well, you see, they are still the longest reigning IAW Tag Team Champions, Cowboy Bob and Crippler Costello. Let's take a look, one more look if we can, at how this match wrapped up. We saw Cowboy Bob on the outside, the House of Pain reeling. Cowboy Bob whipped in. The House of Pain was just in a fury over Cowboy Bob. But then right here, we saw a super kick by Crippler. The match highlights here, watching, and watch out here. Cowboy Bob got whipped, and boom, Ali knocking down Crippler Costello. Those fists of fury by Bob. We've seen those from the Ace time after time, and boom, there was the right hand by Cowboy Bob. But right up there, we saw Pain inflicting a world of pain on Cowboy Bob, but it was in the ring that we saw Cowboy Bob pin Ali for the final. And you know, sometimes the blonde bombshell comes into play. You never know what's going to happen here at IAW Clash 21, the final bell.
Oh, she's watching it. Cool.
Like I care what you people think. All right.
You may not like me, and I like you even less. But it's time that we introduce you guys to somebody who deserves all of our respect. This man is the founding member of the Four Horsemen. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome James J. Dillon. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is a Hall of Famer. He is an icon. He is a legend, and we are honored to have him here in South Bend, Indiana. Now, my broadcast partner, Greg Sims, is going to go through the crowd, get a couple of quick questions as we're getting ready for intermission. But my first question for you, Mr. Dillon, of a career of all that you've done, the history, the moments, is there any moment to you that stood out as one of the greatest in-ring accomplishments of your career?
Right now, because I'm still alive to be here.
So, you've been all over the place, and you've traveled with the Four Horsemen, styling them, profiling. And you have some unbelievable ring attire on your fingers, but is there anything to you that kind of was a moment in time that you kind of stood in your career and like, okay, this moment right here, time froze. Is there anything to you that just made you stop and think, wow?
You know, when I was born and raised in Trenton, New Jersey, and one of the biggest thrills for me was, as a fan, going to New York and watching professional wrestling in Madison Square Garden, and truly, and thinking, wow, you know, you sometimes dream things that you think, well, never are going to come to fruition. But hey, we all have to have dreams. We all have to think, you know, what if, and some of our dreams come true and some don't. For me, it wasn't the most significant match of my career. It was a match I was very proud of. I challenged Tito Santana for the Intercontinental title, and it was in 1984 when I stepped into the ring for the first and only time to make a dream that I never thought would happen come true in Madison Square Garden in New York.
The Palace, the Mecca of wrestling. And so Greg is going to go through the crowd and see there's a couple of quick questions from you fans. Just raise your hands if you've got a quick question, as we have a gentleman potentially here in the front row.
JJ, what is it like to party with Ric Flair?
Sorry?
What was it like to party with Ric Flair? What was it like?
Do you remember what it was like to party with Ric Flair?
What I don't remember is being out with him and ever going to sleep. It's like my watch had to be true a couple times that day. I'm telling you, he's a genetic freak. He survived airplane crashes. He's been one of the greatest champions in the history of our profession. Really has. When it comes to doing an interview or something, there's nobody any better. And the toughest test of anything, I don't care what you do in life, is a test of time. And Flair has blown that away too. So I'm just proud to have been associated with him and to be able to call him my friend.
Hi, it's so honored to see you tonight. It's like being like a huge wrestling fan. Like I got a question. I'm sorry, I'm really nervous. Anyways, if someone wants to get into wrestling, like be a manager or be in the ring, what advice would you tell them?
You know, that's probably the question that I get asked more frequently than anything else, and it's a question all through as far back as I can ever remember gets asked. I want to be a wrestler. What advice can you give me? And unfortunately, there's no magic formula. There really isn't. And if you ask any number of the top of the chain professionals, you know, a lot of them are reluctant to talk about how they got into the profession and the dues that they paid, but each one of them has their own unique story about how they got there. And what it amounts to is, and that's what's great about living in the country that we live in, that you can dream to do anything that you want to. And if you're faithful to your dream and you're willing to work hard enough, anything, and I mean anything, is possible.
We'll get one more question here.
Did you ever know Dick the Bruiser and wrestle with him?
Yeah, I did. I knew Dick the Bruiser, and I wrestled him one time in Detroit. It's been quite a few years ago. Don't remember what year, but man, I remember reading in the newspapers when he and the football player Alex Karras got into it, and that was national headlines. Dick the Bruiser was, he broke the mold with him. He was special, he really was.
One final question before we wrap up, and as a younger wrestling fan, I know we have older wrestling fans here as well. The WCW of the 90s and the NWO, the Sting, one of the most iconic moments that I remember as a child growing up was you standing in this ring as the commissioner, and after Starrcade 97, you had to ask to relinquish the WCW Heavyweight Championship, and Sting dropped the belt at you, and between Hogan and Sting there, he spoke his first words in 18 months. What was that atmosphere like at the time, at the height of the Monday Night Wars, and there was so much going on both sides? I mean, just what was that like?
Well, it's one of those moments that will stand the test of time, because Sting never did talk, and that one gesture was worth more than 1,000 words. And you know, you remember it, and I'm sure a lot of other people do. But that's the great magic of this profession. I bet if you were to go and ask everybody that's here tonight, you know, what their favorite memory was of professional wrestling, and it might be the first time that their mother or father or brother took them to see their first live event. And you know, most people could tell you where it was, what city, and who they saw wrestle that night, because that's the beauty that it sticks inside your mind. But everybody has a story, everybody has a memory, and you know, cherish those memories because they'll live forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Hall of Famer, the legend in his own right, ladies and gentlemen, J.J. Dillon!
I want to say too that I was very lucky. I was never the biggest, never the best, but nobody was willing to work harder than I was or loved it more than I did. And even with that, I needed a lot of help along the way for whatever success that I did achieve. But the ultimate reason for not only my success, but the success of everybody that's here on the card tonight, everybody that's in this arena, and don't ever lose sight of it that I don't have 2 Hall of Fame rings, like I say, because I was the greatest. It's because people like each and every one of you took your hard-earned money and said, you know, I'm not going to go to a movie theater tonight to see a movie, or I'm going to come out and I'm going to see a live wrestling event. And as long as you continue to do that, wrestling will live forever, and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Hall of Famer James J. Dillon. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time for Clash 21, we're going to take a brief intermission. This is your chance to go ahead and visit the concession stands, and on the concourse, some of the superstars here of Clash 21 will be available for pictures and autographs. We'll take a 15-minute intermission, then we'll be back for the final bell at IAW Clash 21.
If you close your eyes
very near. You never hear the shot that takes you down. Now your dreams are memory, seems more true from far away. Just like smoke that fades and makes no sound. You're out of time, so say goodbye. What was yours now is mine. And I'll dream broken dreams, I'll make them come true. I'll make them for you. I'll make them for you. Almost to the mountaintop, slip and fall just like a stone, rolling ever faster to this nightmare you have sown. You've had it all right in your grasp, but in a breath, your minute passed. Now at last the end has come, and you are all alone. You're out of time, so say goodbye. What was yours now is mine. And I'll dream broken dreams, I'll make them come true. I'll make them for you. All your dreams, they're just illusion, and based on nothing and confusion. But don't you look behind the curtain. No more time, the end is certain. Holding on to something you have dreamt about for years and years. Each day thinking tomorrow is the one. The train somewhere is off its tracks. Its whistle blows one's life back. Echoes through the night of setting sun. You're out of time, so say goodbye. What was yours now is mine. And I'll dream broken dreams, I'll make them come true. I'll make them for you. I'll make them for you.
All right, you South Bendians. Let's get this thing started, all right? Take your seats if you can fit inside them, and let's get the show going, all right?
Shut up.
You know what I love about South Bend? Absolutely nothing.
Join the club.
My jeans cost more than you make in a year.
Come on, Greg, let's get this thing going.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the second half of Clash 21, The Last Bell. Let's get to our next contest. Introducing first from Oral Roberts University, weighing 285 pounds, Pastor Payne. And introducing his opponent from Milford, Connecticut, weighing 254 pounds, Mario Mancini.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from our intermission to IAW Clash 21. The final bell, as we have Pastor Payne currently in the ring, and making his way to the ring is Mario Mancini. WWE legend Mario Mancini. He's been doing this for a long time. But Pastor Payne, he has a higher authority on his side tonight. Referee William Byers in the ring.
Ref checking Mancini now, as he did Pastor Payne just a moment ago.
Well, we had to have a change of official for this matchup. William Byers, he's kind of a strange man, if you ask me. But here we go.
All right, elbow collar lockup. Mancini on top early here. Mario wrenching the arm of Pastor Payne. Can you imagine having this guy as your pastor every Sunday?
He's full of fire and brimstone, and I mean, I got to give him credit. He's got my attention, I'll tell you that.
Absolutely.
Mario Mancini, been a part of many different clashes, year in, year out. Last year, had fought for the Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship against Showtime Marcel Williams, who we saw earlier today.
Yes, and of course, Pastor Payne, no stranger to Clash Night of Legends here at Four Winds Field in South Bend. He is a veteran of the IAW circuit as they lock up once again. Mario Mancini with the upper hand once again, holding the wrist behind the back of Pastor Payne as he is.
Yeah, see, he tells it. God wants him to stop.
Oh, what a despicable human being. He's almost as bad as you are.
Hey, I paid good money for this suit.
Mancini having some words now with the referee. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure what that's all about. Mancini now being draped under that bottom rope as Pastor Payne using the bottom rope to choke out Mario Mancini. Pastor Payne.
He's going from the Old Testament tonight. Ooh.
Oh, my.
Oh, and
Kick.
again.
Went for a double axe handle. Mario Mancini interrupted him with a couple rights, but again, the pastor rakes the eyes of the grizzly veteran, Mario Mancini.
You know, Greg, we've been a part of 6 clashes now, and as much as you bother me, we've been seeing a lot of history throughout the course of our 6 years, and you've been doing this a lot longer than I have.
Much more than I care to admit to, Chris, but back to action here in the ring as Pastor Payne using the top rope for leverage to put the boot on top of the throat of Mario Mancini as the referee checking on the status of Mancini, if Mancini maybe wants to call it quit. What is?
Wait,
Pastor
what?
Payne is saying that a fan threw a little plastic cup. I don't know. I think this is. Wait a second. Pastor Payne using the necktie to choke out Mario Mancini. The referee completely blind to what's going on, worried about a pitiful solo cup.
Ooh.
Mancini now fighting back, couple rights, and there's a big forearm on the back of Mario Mancini.
The pastor, he's got all the leverage here, Greg.
Thrust chop to the throat. Couple big forearms. Mancini measuring him.
Ooh.
Shot to the midsection. Headbutt now. Another headbutt by Mario Mancini. Mancini going to whip him to the ropes. Pastor Payne reverses it, and here's a big elbow to Mario Mancini from the pastor as we got to count. 1, 2, and Mancini kicks out. Chokehold. Come on, ref. Count here.
Watch here on the replay. You saw that big elbow, boom, right to the side of the head of Mancini.
Pastor Payne mocking the fans here at Four Winds Field.
Well, at least he's a smart one.
I think he's got to definitely not give the opening like he has been to Mario Mancini to catch his breath, get a second win here. He's got to pay attention to his opponent and not mock the fans.
What good are the fans here anyway? I mean, we've seen them cry and complain. Now the pastor, a full head of steam, and
Mancini moves out of the way. The upper sternum of Pastor Payne felt the full effects of the top turnbuckle, and he felt the full effect of that big clothesline. Into the other top turnbuckle, ram to the head now. 2 posts. 3 posts. Is he going to go for all 4? Yes, he connects. 2, 3, 4. Listen to the crowd. Count along.
7, 8, 9.
I think they call that a grand slam, Greg, all 4.
Absolutely. Here he comes. Big clothesline from Mario Mancini onto the pastor. Mancini goes for the cover. 1, 2.
Only a 2 count.
That cover kind of surprised me because Mancini didn't go to hook the leg, didn't any special extra leverage there for the count, and a veteran like that knows better.
Maybe he's so exhausted, Greg. I mean, that's a possibility that he's just so tired he couldn't reach for the leg.
That is a possibility. Pastor Payne has been delivering the pain here tonight at Clash 21 on top of Mario Mancini as he's just wailing on the top of the head now of Mancini. He brings him up. Pastor Payne throws him through the ropes.
Watch out, cameraman.
Almost knocks out our camera kid here.
Well, Mancini looks like he's down for the count. He's winded.
This could be it. Pastor Payne could win via count out here. Referee telling Pastor Payne to back away. Referee needs to check on Mario Mancini as he delivers the count. Not only does he want to deliver the count, but he's got to make the call whether or not Mancini can't continue the match.
I mean, that's no padding underneath this ring at all. This is a hard baseball diamond. It's dirt. There's no padding whatsoever underneath that. So when you hit, you're going to hit hard.
Absolutely a hard turf down here.
I wouldn't want to hit that, I'll tell you that.
Count of 4.
Oh!
Pastor Payne, though, meets him in there. A lot of kicks there to that right shoulder.
You ever been to one of Pastor Payne's sermons?
I can't imagine.
I mean, he's got to bring some Old Testament style to the pulpit.
Yeah, real wrath of God type stuff. Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling.
Cats and dogs living together. Wait a minute. Mancini.
He's going for a body slam.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh.
Pastor Payne turns it around into a neck breaker.
It looks like Mancini was trying for a scoop slam, but I think that, fall to the outside.
This could be it.
1, 2.
Mancini with a late kick out, but just in time.
Mancini is in a world of hurt right here. Pastor Payne's got to put him away. Oh, wait a minute.
Mancini.
1, 2.
Package.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's it. He won.
A small package has done in the pastor.
Gentlemen, your winner, Mario Mancini.
Oh, wait a minute now. The pastor is none too happy with the outcome of this. As we take a look here again at the finish, Mancini with the inside cradle, small package, 3 count in. Somehow the legend, the veteran, able to come away once again with another victory here at Clash 21 Night of Legends.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is scheduled for one fall. It is a triple threat championship match for the IAW United States Championship with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Brooklyn, Michigan, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is accompanied by former IAW TV champ, the son of the intelligent, sensational destroyer, Kurt Beyer. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Shane.
And introducing from Topeka City, weighing 275 pounds, William Stud.
Very scary individual indeed. And William Stud. Hey. I'm gonna get in trouble now. Some fan just took the water bottle. I got it. That man intimidates me. Did you let that fan do that?
From Fort Bragg, North Carolina, weighing 245 pounds, Sergeant J. Peterson!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Four Winds Field in beautiful, at least right now, downtown South Bend, as the clouds overhead have a beautiful hue of orange and red. Sergeant Jay Peterson making his way to the ring for this IAW United States Championship match. Many of you know that Sergeant Jay Peterson had a retirement match a couple of years ago, but he is back for one final time. This is his swan song, and he wants to go out a champion here at Four Winds Field. Greg Sims back on commentary with me. And Greg, this is going to be a powerhouse of a match when you have the likes of William Stud, champion Andy Shane, and the returning Sergeant Jay Peterson.
Absolutely, and all men here have been a champion of some sorts here, whether it's been the TV champion or U.S. champion of IAW. All of them have had gold here in IAW in that Clash Night of Legends here at Four Winds Field. And Sergeant Jay Peterson, he hasn't been here for a few years. He's kind of been retired, but he's out of retirement, coming back for one final bow here at the final bell of Clash Night of Legends.
Well, it's only fitting, I think, that you have a man like Sergeant Jay Peterson here. His last match, it wouldn't really be a Clash without him.
Absolutely not. Fans love him. He's a great man. Great public servant. Great patriot. I have known Jay for many years, many years. As we, I'll hold on to this belt here.
You know, Greg, I don't like a lot of people around here, but I absolutely respect a man like Sergeant Jay Peterson that can serve our country.
I'm just, the only thing that concerns me about this match is honestly the referee. I don't know how much control Ref Jeff will be able to maintain with three powerhouses like this.
I mean, triple threat mats are tricky. You've got three guys trying to go at it, really. And look what they're doing right here. William Stud. Wait a minute now. There might be dissension in the ranks here. William Stud and Andy Shane.
Stud,
they might have had a game plan going.
Absolutely. Stud just sitting back. He's going to let them go at it.
Are they both ganging up on Shane now?
I'm not quite sure what's going on. I think they're arguing of who's actually going to start wrestling one another. I think they realize that.
Let's go, Rev! Let's go, Rev!
The referee is getting more applause than I don't get. This is why I hate these stupid South Bend fans.
The fans are entitled to cheer and boo whoever they want. They help make this industry the great sport that it is today, and now it looks like, here we go.
Can we actually wrestle, please?
Andy Shane, collar and elbow, lockout with Sergeant Jay Peterson.
Oh!
Stud delivers a forearm to the back of both opponents, and now he's beating down Jay Peterson. Andy Shane getting a little retribution there, kicking a couple punches to Stud from Shane.
We're going to try to keep up as much as we can. There's going to be a lot of action. Now Shane trying to keep down Peterson.
Peterson just got up over the opposite turnbuckle as Shane and Stud were tied up, and Shane saw Peterson and decided to go after him. I think Shane sees Peterson as the weaker link here because of Jay's absence from the squared circle over the past couple of years. Raking the back. William Stud onto Andy Shane. Stud now moves his attention over to Jay Peterson. He is just raking the eyes on top of that rope.
Ooh!
Big splash from Andy Shane onto Jay Peterson's back over in the turnbuckle.
And I think that we've started to see some teamwork being developed between Shane and Stud.
Absolutely. You know, that's exactly what we just saw there. Shane had the elbow to the back of the neck of Jay Peterson. The referee was delivering the count, and Stud broke up the count, and now Shane is distracting the referee.
Oh, wait a minute now. Now Shane, I don't know how smart of a move this is. Now raking Stud. Let Stud do the dirty work here.
This is
oh, no.
Precarious position.
Whoa,
to say the
no.
least.
Oh!
I don't know who got the worst end of that. Stud from that knee to the face, or Jay Peterson, who was just planted behind Stud in that turnbuckle.
And you got to watch out for Kurt Byers in the corner here, too, as you see, bam, that knee right to the head of Stud.
Absolutely. Kurt Byer, of course, a legend in his own right here of IAW and many clashes, a former TV champion himself. He is out here seconding Andy Shane. Andy Shane, of course, a member of Damage Inc. with Crippler Costello and the Ripper and Cowboy Bob Orton. So he's got his own faction there.
And look at Andy Shane sitting back as
Sergeant Jay. Big chop onto the Superman S of Stud on his chest. And again.
And now
And
Shane
comes over, poke to the eye, throws out the Sarge, and now turns his direction to William Stud with another poke to the eye.
This is not a type of Shane we've seen. Oh, a DDT in years. Typically, Andy Shane the last couple of years has not been able to capitalize. Wait a minute.
Stud got the foot on the bottom rope. You know what I think it is, Chris? I think it's the influence of Kurt Byer in his corner.
Ooh.
Kurt Byer brings a wealth of knowledge from the squared circle, not only from his own personal experiences, but from his dad, the intelligent, sensational Destroyer, the late great Destroyer.
Oh, wait, and like you said, here's that intensity we talked about here is now Shane, trying to bring down Stud, and he does, and this is a side of Shane we haven't seen in a very long time. He is ruthless. Whoa.
Now he's getting a folding chair.
Hang on a second. That's for our
now
guest.
Wait a second.
Oh!
Goodness. Onto the back of William Stud. Lays out Stud with the chair shot to the back. Jay Peterson on the other side of the ring coming to his feet. And Andy Shane is just, I got to admit, very impressive in this three-way dance for the U.S. Championship.
Oh, no. He's going to pull him in from the turnbuckle. No, don't do this.
Shane is lucky that this is a triple threat match. He would have been thrown out of the building a long time ago.
Not in front of a microphone.
Tactics. Wait a second.
Now with that chair. Don't do it with the chair.
He's going to slam the chair onto the steel post on the outside. Andy Shane with some brutality that we haven't seen in, quite honestly, years from Andy Shane. And again, it's got to be due to the influence of Kurt Byer.
Just look at Shane is dominating both individuals. Both men are veterans. Both men are champions in their own right.
Posted outside of the ring. He is out of it. Jay Peterson now. Being hoisted up on the shoulders.
Oh, gosh. What's he going to do here? Wait for it.
Airplane spin. Are you kidding?
Oh!
Slam. Andy Shane all over this match. Sergeant J.
Wait a minute.
Going for a leg lock, maybe. Not quite sure.
Oh, he's going for the figure 4.
Figure 4 leg lock going to be applied from Andy Shane to Jay Peterson. This could do it, folks. William Studd's got to get in there. And now he's covering.
Got to cover. Wait a minute.
Peterson in a world of trouble. He was in a submission maneuver and being pinned by both opponents. I don't think I've ever seen that in a triple threat match here at Clash Night of Legends.
And now Shane with the rake of the eyes as well. He is vicious. Absolutely vicious.
Oh, are you kidding me?
And watch, it's right here. That is what did the damage to Sergeant Peterson. A shot to his left knee with that chair. Unbelievable.
Andy Shane whipping Studd into the turnbuckle where Jay Peterson already was. Oh, ram Studd's head into Peterson's head. Studd draped into the turnbuckle on the top rope. Peterson on his face in the center of the ring.
Look at the coaching. Look at the coaching, though, there by Beyer.
I told you, it's Kurt Beyer's influence of why we're seeing such a vicious version of Andy Shane here at Clash 21.
I don't even think William Studd knows where he is, and Shane again dominating both participants here. Both are former United States and television champions. Shane being the current IAW United States champion.
Now he's doing something.
Oh, no.
Now he's in unfamiliar territory. Andy Shane going to the top rope.
Ooh.
Peterson nails him on top of the head. What's he going to do? Peterson reaching over William Studd to get to Andy Shane now, delivering some right hands to William Studd. What's going on in the turnbuckle?
Oh, no.
Peterson going to the second rope. Shane on the top rope.
Oh, no.
William Studd.
Look at Studd. The power.
Are you kidding me?
I don't believe it. All 3 men crashing.
1, 2.
Oh.
How in the hell did Jay Peterson kick out of that?
I don't believe what we just saw.
Peterson went for the superplex from the top rope. At the same time, William Studd did the power bomb, and the top 2 men are in a world of hurt right now as William Studd is in control.
Studd all over Shane at this point. He's got to stay on top of him. I think Shane took the brunt of that from everybody. Ooh.
Absolutely, and Shane, he was looking fantastic. He was in complete control until that maneuver tonight. And a little miscalculation. Andy Shane's not known for going up to the top rope, and he definitely paid for that here tonight.
But watch Peterson, though. Peterson, though, starting to get a second wind, it looks like, but his knee, look at that left knee, is giving away on him.
Absolutely.
From that chair shot earlier.
Peterson wants that United States title back.
Oh!
He lost it to Andy Shane a number of years ago. Peterson's back, and he's telling Shane, come on, bring it, let's go. It's time to go to war.
Oh!
Kick by the big Sarge.
What has he got planned here? Watch out for Sergeant Peterson. It's a finger poke. It's the finger poke of doom.
The finger poke of doom has put away many people in this industry, as we know. World titles have changed with that maneuver.
Unbelievable. Now what has Peterson got planned here?
Peterson taking Shane out. He's putting Shane between the ring and the apron.
I've never seen a man wear a skirt before, but here we are. Oh!
I don't know who you're trying to kid. I've heard about your Wednesday nights.
Hey, wait a minute. Since when do you have $2 anyway? Wait a minute. Watch out for Studd, though.
Oh. Peterson almost did what's I guess commonly seen in hockey, putting the shirt of Andy Shane over his head to go to town, but Peterson forgot this is a 3-way, and William Studd came from behind, knocked Jay Peterson out on the floor.
Well, now Stud is trying to get both men in the ring. I don't know how smart of an idea that is. Focus on the one, but maybe he's trying to isolate Peterson and keep him out.
I don't know how much of us.
Oh, there's the
wise.
finger poke of doom. I mean, come on now. Unbelievable.
Oh, the claw.
Wait a minute. Oh!
Stud delivered a headbutt to Peterson a little while ago, and honestly, I thought Stud felt the effects more than Peterson. Peterson, again, tried to
Ooh.
He reversed the headbutt with that claw also. That's another good thing, though, about a triple threat match. You can kind of catch your wind.
I got to watch out for Shane right behind us here.
Andy Shane getting a
no.
folding chair again, this time delivering it again to the back of William Stud.
I mean, in championship matches at IAW, it's anything goes.
That's got to be at least 3 chair shots that Stud has felt tonight from Andy Shane here at Clash 21. The final bell as he throws the folding chair down right next to me again. Jay Peterson, I think he just saw what's going on. He's got his win back.
He needs to go after Shane. Watch out here!
Ambushing.
But again, he hopped down on that left leg.
Favoring that left leg, that left knee.
Oh!
Are you kidding me? The big Sarge with a big drop kick on the outside. But again, Jay Peterson's left leg is injured.
We got to see that again, Greg. We got to see that drop kick one more time. Sergeant Peterson with the big man. Oh, wait a minute here. Watch out for Andy Shane. What does he got here? He's got a neck wrench just pulled back.
Delivering it both to Stud and Jay Peterson. Here's that replay.
Oh, and the chair shot by Shane. I mean, that chair shot is put down. William Stud. Oh, did you see that? It was a headshot. It was right to the head.
Andy Shane, I got to tell you, while he was delivering more pain down to William Stud and Jay Peterson, I saw him throw something underneath the ring. He had some sort of form.
Wait. We saw this earlier. 1, 2.
Almost a new United States champion. Jay Peterson surprised Andy Shane out of nowhere with the small package. Big clothesline, though, delivered by Shane.
We saw that earlier. Mancini won with a small package.
William Stud was trying to sneak up on Andy Shane, and Shane caught him.
Oh. And there was that drop kick that we saw earlier. Watch it right there again. Boom! On the ground, and I think William Peterson, he's in a world of hurt right here.
Absolutely.
Sergeant Peterson.
The referee, it's like they're talking at Sunday dinner. He's saying, stop choking. Very nice and polite. This ref, Jeff, I tell you.
He's got to get control. I mean, we told you this is going to be all over, bouncing off the walls, and this match has sure delivered. All
Stud
3 men exhausted.
Down in a heap over near the far corner. Peterson being picked up by Andy Shane. Shane putting him in position. What's he going to do?
He's trying to finish him off.
Is this a pile driver? No! Peterson! Big back body drop.
This
Sergeant
match.
Jay mustering the power, the strength, and the energy from these fans.
Whoa. Oh, this could be
Take
it.
a look. Fireman's carry.
This could be Old Glory. That's Old Glory. That's got to be all.
1, 2, but William Stud right there to break it up.
Oh, that was it. That was Sergeant Jay's finishing maneuver, Old Glory.
You got to believe if this was one-on-one, Peterson would have won that title.
Oh, the spine buster. That's got to do it here. 2.
Shane breaking up that pinning combination. Andy Shane now delivering.
That wasn't going to work.
There's a
jaw buster. That's not going to work either. William Stud still on his feet.
Still on his feet.
Watch out here.
Another. Stud is still up.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Peterson gets Shane, throws him out, and dumps him out of the ring, but Stud is still up. Peterson now going after Stud. Kick to the midsection. DDT in the center of the ring.
Stud's got to be
Shane.
gone. Oh.
I think I got to give Stud full credit for staying on his feet, but I think he was definitely out on his feet.
Whoa, watch out. Oh! And the elbow right to the neck. That could do it here. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
Andy Shane.
I don't believe that. Andy Shane pulls out the victory as he steals this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, and still IAW United States Champion, Andy Shane.
Well, it looked like Sergeant Peterson had this one with the DDT, but Shane capitalizing, taking Peterson out. And then with that elbow right to the neck. As we have Kurt Byers here, let me look at this on replay one more time. Watch here, Sergeant J had the DDT, had this match won, but in comes Andy Shane. The kick to the midsection, dumps out Sergeant J. And then Shane picking up the pieces like the vulture that he is. Oh, that elbow right to the neck. Cover 1, 2, 3, and still your IAW United States Champion, Andy Shane.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be honored to be joined on commentary for our final match by Hall of Famer J.J. Dillon.
Testing. Ooh. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How is that for you, sir?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, before our main event, I owe a little explanation. I've been a part of Clash, Night of Legends for many, many years, more years than I care to admit to, except for last year. Last year, I decided not to participate, and I regret that. I regret not participating last year because I have a great deal of respect for all of the superstars that we bring here every single year. The legends, the Hall of Famers, the veterans. I've had the great opportunity to meet many great stars, legends, Hall of Famers, Bobby the Brain Heenan,
Haku, the Barbarian, King Kong Bundy, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Bushwhacker Luke. The list goes on and on. I even had the opportunity to meet and work with Demolition, Axe, and Smash. Speaking of Demolition, Demolition Axe 2 years ago challenged the IAW heavyweight champion Brian the Crippler Costello to a championship match here. And Axe said if he could not deliver the title, he would end his career in South Bend, Indiana.
And guess what happened?
And unfortunately, Axe did not win the heavyweight championship.
That's right.
And he retired. However, it's not to do with anything that Demolition Axe could not deliver. It has to do with the despicable human being that sits next to me on commentary.
Thank you.
This piece of human trash interjected himself in the match.
Thank you. Thank you.
Took some brass knucks and beat on Demolition Axe, costing him not only the match, not only the championship, but the man's illustrious career.
I ended a legend. What can I say?
I could not stand to be in the same room, in the same table with Mr. Chris Hagstrom, and I decided not to return to Clash, Night of Legends.
And that's the best
last
movie
year
ever
here at
made.
Four Winds Field. However, the business, the industry, the show is much bigger than Chris Hagstrom, and since it is the final bell, it was my honor to come back and work with IAW once again. But I want to tell you something first, brother. For the championship tonight, I'm keeping my eyes on you. You're not going anywhere. You're not going to interfere. Because I have a little footage to share with all of the fans tonight.
Wait, what?
Take a look at the video board.
Wait, what?
This is a Clash 21. This is what we've been building for. I mean, you got your title match. Remember we did the Axe 2 years ago? We can do it again.
But Chris, I don't need you tonight. Axe was a different story. He was a bigger legend. We retired him for good.
Yeah, we did. We retired him for good. And we can do the same to Roman. He's been a thorn in your side for years.
But I battled him many times, and I've beaten him every time. I don't need you tonight. Trust me. I've got this.
I trust you complicitly, but just in case, I'm ready. I can do this.
I appreciate that, but it's mine. I got him. I got it tonight.
I get what you're saying. You got it.
I got it.
You got it.
Trust me.
I got it.
Not tonight, Chris. I got it.
Okay. I get what you're saying. What was the time? Who's there?
Whoa. All right. Hang on.
If you think for 1 second that you're going to cost another legend a championship or their career, you got another thing coming, pal. I'm sitting right next to you, and you better tie an anchor to that ass or I'm going to kick it right here.
Okay. All right. You said your piece. I'm going to sit down right here. You said your piece.
And now, it's time for the main event of Clash 21, the final bell. It is a title for title match. TV title versus IAW Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, from South Bend, Indiana, weighing 250 pounds, Brian Crippler Costello.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to Clash 21 Night of Legends, and I want to say that I'm being joined by Hall of Famer James J. Dillon at commentary. What we just saw was an absolute invasion of privacy I mean, who films a man in a locker room? Come on now. But here comes the champion right there, Crippler Costello, and he's wearing the throwback Silverhawks. Here at Clash 21, the final bell. And there comes the blonde bombshell. She wears 20 on her back because, let's be honest, there's some 20s going on right in the front. Crippler Costello, your champion, my champion, the IAW heavyweight champion. And Mr. Dillon, you have been a part of many different events. You've seen Crippler up and down the road. I mean, this man is dangerous.
Yeah, he is. I'm
And his opponent,
really
from New
excited
York,
that I have
New
such a
York,
close
weighing 232
seat to watch
pounds,
this action because it's obviously going to be a great
Pretty
match.
Paul
I'm just kind of absorbing all the drama and all the build-up that's involved with this.
And coming out next is the TV champion, also a four horseman, a Pretty Paul Roma. And I have to ask, JJ Dillon out here, the founding member, I mean, there seems to be some kind of a connection here.
I think it's pure coincidence.
Coincidence? Fair enough.
Are you questioning my integrity?
No, sir. I am not questioning your integrity at all.
Let's get that out of the way.
No, sir.
Okay.
As my partner Greg Sims, wait a minute. Two horsemen sitting ringside and a horse's ass right next to me.
You better watch it. I'll have you taken out of here.
Who films a guy in a locker room? Who does that? You've got JJ Dillon sitting ringside here. Two horsemen. What am I going to do? What can I do? I'm forced to sit here.
Let me give you a little advice. Sit there and shut up. We have Pretty Paul Roma in the ring now. Challenging the heavyweight champion, Brian the Crippler Costello. Mr. Dillon, thanks so much for joining us. It is an honor to have you out here, sir.
My pleasure. I don't usually get to sit this close to action for such a prestigious event, and I'm excited too.
Clash 21, the final bell, Night of Legends. Legend after legend after legend has been here, has performed here, has come here, and tonight, this year, there is no change in that whatsoever. Former horseman, former member of Power and Glory, Pretty Paul Roma taking on Brian the Crippler Costello, and we've got JJ Dillon at ringside for color commentary. Does it get any better than this? Chris, you can talk, but watch it.
Well, let's just call this down the middle here, Greg. I absolutely respect JJ Dillon, and this is going to be a match for the ages.
Absolutely. Pretty Paul Roma, Brian Crippler Costello, they've been up and down the road together. They're kind of jawing it out right now.
Well, these guys have fought time after time. It was years ago when Roma and him had fought for the IAW Heavyweight Championship with Crippler coming out on top, but now Roma's going to try to get his revenge.
And it was years ago that Paul Roma was in the Four Horsemen, and the leader of the Four Horsemen, JJ Dillon. JJ, what kind of advice, what kind of preparation would you have given Paul Roma if the Four Horsemen were still together in preparation for tonight's event?
Well, my experience with Paul Roma is, and you could just tell, when he removed his jersey in the corner, he's in as good a physical condition, I think, as I ever saw him. And that's one thing that he always took pride in. And that can be an intimidating factor for an opponent to look and see a guy that, he doesn't have any excess weight on him. He's trimmed down. And, his history with the Horsemen, I think just that knowledge can give him an advantage.
Absolutely. Now Paul Roma behind the Crippler right now. Locked up. Crippler reverses. Near the ropes.
One advantage we haven't talked about is Crippler has already wrestled once tonight, whereas Paul Roma, this is his first match.
Well, that's one of the disadvantages of holding multiple championships in an organization or at one time, you got to be prepared to go to war a couple times.
What a shoulder tackle by Roma.
Sending the IAW heavyweight champion down. Roma's got Crippler by the wrist, but Crippler Costello reverses, and so does Roma.
Whoa.
They're just going back and forth now.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh! Twisting him up like a pretzel. These two men know each other. They know each other's styles. They've wrestled up and down the road. And you're going to have to pull out a whole new bag of tricks for tonight.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of respect as we look at the replay here.
Roma's also fresh because this is his only appearance out here tonight, and as the match goes on, that could be a deciding factor in the outcome.
Absolutely, but something that we got to keep in mind as well, and JJ, you know all about this, is having somebody on the outside helping you out. Brian Costello had some help earlier in the evening with the bombshell.
Wait a minute now.
Here she is.
Hold on a second.
I beat all my opponents. 1, 2, 3.
There was a little bit of help there, Crippler. A little. She tripped. We'll
Listen
see.
to the man. Listen to the man.
Yeah, well, I think Ref Jeff needs to keep an eye on the blonde bombshell Megan out there on the outside, as I'm keeping an eye on this man to my right, Chris Hagstrom.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got some serious mind games going on here. I can see that.
Absolutely. Crippler Costello delivering a big headbutt to Pretty Paul and raking the back now of Roma.
Well, 2 years ago, Paul Roma won the IAW television title from Andy Shane, who is the current United States champion, but Costello whipping him into the corner.
Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter whether or not Roma is the fresh man, but when you get a throat thrust like that from Costello, that could be a big game changer.
You know, the fact that Roma was a member in good standing of the Horsemen, and even though he's not currently that actively involved, that's still something on his.
Whoa, wait here.
Whoa.
This is what I'm talking about, the blonde bombshell. Choking, helping to choke Paul Roma on the second rope. Come on there, Megan. I see what's going on.
Oh, and now look at Costello taking advantage. That's what you do as a champion. I've told you this time and time again, Greg. You always capitalize.
That's what disappoints me the most. I have a great deal of respect for Brian Costello, but when he lowers himself to using the hussies out.
Ooh, but Costello showing you what brought him to the dance. Those stiff elbows, and now a clothesline.
And a big clothesline dropping Pretty Paul to the mat.
I have to admit, Crippler's impressing me for a guy that's already been out there and had one difficult match tonight, and now he's back in with something with so much at stake. And he's been the aggressor in the early part of the match. I'm a little bit surprised.
I mean, you've been out there with champions, folks that put their blood, sweat, and tears on the line in this match. I mean, you know what it's like for these guys to have to put it all out there on the line.
Absolutely.
You need every advantage possible here. As we saw the replay again, Costello right to the midsection. Now back at it here with right to the eyes.
In the meantime, he's driving that knee into the back of the neck of Paul Roma.
Ooh! Foot to the eyes there. And
that hurts.
I mean,
his stablemate Andy Shane very vicious earlier on this evening, and now Crippler Costello showing that same viciousness here against Pretty Paul Roma for all the gold tonight.
Well, let's be honest, you got to be a dirty player in this game.
Swing and a miss from Roma. Crippler Costello catching him with a couple right hands over in the corner.
I'm really trying my hardest to be neutral in this situation, but wow, it's hard not for me to have to be pulling for Roma, who's not doing too well right at the moment.
Not at the moment, and that's completely understandable, JJ, to be pulling for your fellow Horseman stablemate there. Paul Roma just Gosh, he is on the wrong end here in this match at this time as Crippler Costello delivered a big leg drop over the throat of Paul Roma.
You talked about Roma's conditioning. Look at Crippler. He's already wrestled one match, and he's still able to keep up with a man in the shape that Roma is in.
Well, I think Rick Crippler had to go on the offensive early for the reason that he has been out there. He couldn't sit back and let Roma bring the match to him. But Roma is capable of turning the tide at any moment, right? And we're seeing a taste of that right now.
I know we said that Crippler having a match earlier in the evening being a disadvantage, but I think that could have been an advantage. He doesn't need to warm up. He doesn't need to get ready and loose. He is ready to go, and I think he proved that here so far in the early setting of this championship match tonight.
Yeah, but what you don't know is when you're competing at this level, and he may not be showing the negative effects of an earlier match, but
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh! Woo!
Roma.
A lot of momentum off that top rope.
Look at that, just the
Roma
elbow.
is picking it up now.
Roma's showing a little cockiness. 1, 2, that could be it. Ooh, no. Only 2.
Only 2, too early here. But he's making Crippler exert himself while he's pinned to the mat. He keeps exerting. That's why he's got him pinned still. He's trying to exert that energy out of Crippler.
Roma's very smart because he's wearing him down.
And look at
Which
that.
is what he's going to have to do.
Ooh, big chop delivered there from the replay from Paul Roma. Now a huge elbow drop.
Oh, we apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen.
Roma jawing it out with fans at ringside, and he's taking out those frustrations from the fans onto Crippler Costello, which could help in his favor to get that heavyweight championship belt tonight.
I know Roman well, and he can get very emotional, and sometimes if you get too emotional, you make mistakes. So I hope he is able to channel it, stay on top of the game.
Well, that's the problem with these fans, and I've said this time after time. These fans can get in your head, and they can bring that aggression and emotional state out of you. Roma does have to focus here. But we've seen in an IAW Heavyweight Championship match, anything goes.
Absolutely.
And it looks like it's going.
Right into the home dugout here at Four Winds Field. Roma just drops Crippler into the dugout. Roma back into the... You can't win the heavyweight championship that way, though, pal.
That's just straight concrete in there, too. That's just straight concrete when you land into that dugout. Crippler's got to be hurting here.
Yeah, but notice he's got the blonde bombshell once again helping him to his feet.
See, Roma very smartly, though. You notice that the count out would not have benefited him, so he knows enough to get back to the ring, break the count up.
Whoa, no.
And he's going to make the most of this activity outside the ring. Ooh, I can feel that from here.
A chair shot to the back. I don't believe this. I mean, Crippler is just trying to claw and grasp anything he can, and there's the blonde bombshell just standing there trying to get Roma back.
You got to keep an eye on that evil little woman over there.
Wait a minute.
Roma has horseman instincts. You know, once you've been a member of the Horsemen, you've competed at a certain level with an elite group.
I think Crippler might be busted open here.
I can't tell. Sure. I think you're, oh yeah, look at that there from our floor camera. He is busted wide open, and I think he must have hit his head on a pole in the dugout.
Roma and the referee returning to the ring. Crippler, I'm not sure if he knows where he's at. As we see the replay of Roma dumping Crippler into the dugout, and then the chair shot to Crippler's back.
Well, Crippler just as much wants to win the television title as much as he wants to retain the heavyweight championship.
See, Roma very smartly, he knows he's hurt, and he's going to stay on him. And he's not showcasing, he's not showboating with the audience. He's all business.
Roma now with the cover, 2 count only.
Should have hooked that leg there.
I think that's where a little bit of that frustration that JJ said he needs to keep in check kind of worked against him. Didn't cover. And if you're going to win a championship, again, another cover, but Crippler put that foot on the bottom rope.
Roma's starting to get heated now.
You know, sometimes an injury like this can take the heart out of a guy, but Crippler, I have to give him credit.
Oh.
That's what I call an equalizer.
That is the great equalizer, the low blow.
Well, we've seen that done by many individuals. One made it famous. Ooh! And he was a horseman. Crippler.
Elbow to the head, now a couple right hands.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Southpaw here. Where'd that come from?
Ooh. Down goes Roma.
Roma's down. Crippler now is just being held up. Honestly, that's the only thing that's keeping him on his feet is that top rope right now.
I think that onslaught by Crippler took a little out of him too.
Absolutely, and we got to keep an eye on Crippler. With the loss of blood, he could be getting very lightheaded, and that could come into play here tonight as well. Another big elbow to the top of the head of pretty Paul Roma.
Crippler finally taking advantage here.
Very close to that bottom rope, and Paul Roma, always knowing where he is in the ring, puts the foot there to break up the count.
True horseman fashion, always aware of where he is.
Oh man, watch out here, he's got him.
Big choke from Crippler Costello as the blonde bombshell Megan cheering on her man, the heavyweight champion. Kick to the midsection into turnbuckle to Roma from Crippler Costello. Setting him to the opposite turnbuckle. Here comes Crippler. Roma reverses.
Oh!
Oh, he bumps into the referee.
The referee's down.
We are in dangerous territory as the referee is out of it. Paul Roma.
Oh!
He's just going to continue.
Oh, JJ, are you okay? Greg, JJ's hurt.
Are you hurt, JJ? Where the hell are you going? Where the hell are you going?
I don't like the looks of this.
Chris Hagstrom leaving his broadcast position. Roma with the cover. He's got the count. 1, 2, no. Wait a second. No. No, no, no. You can't do this again. We're not going to. 1, 2, count for 3 now. Count for 3 now. No, no, damn it.
Boy, there's double crosses
Hagstrom
and then
again.
there's double crosses.
Hagstrom again. We're not doing this again. Damn, this is not the way it should end. The final bell cannot end with outside interference from this piece of garbage. I don't know how many shots Hagstrom took to Paul Roma with those brass knucks. And now Costello has him. Costello has him.
Crippler wants to deliver the coup de grace himself.
But Crippler got it.
Oh, wow.
You know what? You know what, Chris? I knew a little something about this. Crippler wanted nothing to do with you. He wanted nothing to do with you. He wants to do this the right way. Costello. Costello reaching his hand out to pretty Paul Roma. This is the final bell after all.
Got some serious mind games going on here.
What's going on? Hagstrom is out cold. The referee's still out. Costello helping out Paul Roma. Gives him a hug. And a kick to the midsection. Well, you know, I talked to Costello earlier. Oh! Shades of the enforcer. Come on. Come on. J.J. Dillon standing up from the broadcast position, giving the 4 horsemen sign. Paul Roma to the second turnbuckle. Now going all the way up. Encouraged by J.J. Dillon, delivering the elbow to the heart of
Get in there, referee,
Costello.
do your job.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That's it. We have a new champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and
and Pretty Paul Roma!
Great display of sportsmanship here, too. What a great match. Obviously, mutual respect. Mutual respect.
Mutual respect, indeed.
And look at the back.
As the boys from the
dressing
back
room is pouring out
coming
to
out.
show. Yeah.
Showing respect
Well
for
deserved,
Brian
too.
Costello, the former champion. He didn't want any help. I talked to Brian before the show about the video clip that we saw earlier on, and he said, you know what, Greg, I don't want to go out like that. I'm not accepting any help from Chris Hagstrom or anyone tonight. I'm going to go out my way, one way or the other, whether I have the gold or not. I'm going to do it the right way, and I got to give a lot of respect and love and appreciation to that man for doing what he said he would.
And Roma's a champion's champion.
Absolutely. Paul Roma, now the TV
All right, my
champion and heavyweight champion, leaving Clash 21, the final bell.
You know, once you've been a horseman, there's that little bit deep inside, no matter which way you go on a separate path, the horsemen have a certain heart. Paul Roma's got it, and he displayed it tonight, and he's leaving the ring a champion.
Absolutely. Mr. James J. Dillon, Hall of Famer and leader of the Four Horsemen, thank you so much for joining us for
Thank
Clash
you.
21. It's been an honor, my friend.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for Clash 21, the final bell. New heavyweight champion, Pretty Paul Roma. It's been a blast. And Chris Hagstrom takes another clothesline, this time from the referee, Jeff. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for Clash 21, the final bell. Before we go, I understand there might be a clip or something that we need to take a look at the video board. I don't know what that means, but stay tuned. Thanks for your support all these years of Clash Night of Legends here at Four Winds Field. For everyone at IAW, thank you so much. This has been Clash 21, the final bell.
Hey, can I do that?
football.